So today I want to concentrate on the inexpensive, the lower cost items that I use every day. I don't only show them on this channel for you. I actually use a lot of the items I show you and I use them every day. So the V1, the original V1, I've had this since it came out, but I wanted to show you this. The company reached out and said, we have V1s. They're a good light. Let us send you one and do a video on it. Okay, I use it anyway, so I don't care. So the original V1, this is mine. I use a rubber band because I use different modifiers to play with it, and I use that index card all the time. But today we're going to use it in a really inexpensive softbox because I want to show you this. Now, starting out in the Godox system, this is priced extremely low now. You can get these at a very good price, and they work. Now, if you're a rapid fire person, like you shoot machine gun Kelly style with a flash, which doesn't make sense to me, but if you do, the V1 Pro or the V100 are going to be better for you. If you use this the way I use it, and I use it professionally, the reason why is it's lightweight. It still has the round head. It still has the functions. It's lightweight. Now, originally when this came out, it had a little tiny green shift to it, which if you're using this light on its own, you will never notice it. If you use this light with a different light that has a different color, then you will notice it. For me, when I need this power, but I want that lightweight instead of the V100, I take this one because it's lightweight, easy to use. It's simple, and the battery lasts forever. I don't think I've ever changed the battery in one of these at an event, even an eight-hour event, obviously, because it's not pumping out full power all the time, but I just never had to change a battery. I also don't shoot 8,000 photos at an event. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Someone said, they do 8,000 photos at a wedding. It was a 6-hour wedding. And I'm like, wait a second, that's like 22 photos a minute. That's insane to me. Anyway, so we're going to use the V1 today, and I'm going to use it with inexpensive softbox. The camera I'm using is the ZF, and I'm just going to be using the Viltrox lenses. Again, they sent me one on the Sony a while back, and I bought the rest of them for the Sony. They sent me one on the Nikon. I bought the rest for the Nikon. So right now I have the 50, the 45, and the 20. And I love these lenses. I love them on the ZF. They're lightweight, they're fast autofocus, they're sharp. This is like a lens, even for pixel peepers. You'll enjoy these lenses. They're just great. They're lightweight and they work. And it makes this system so lightweight and easy to use. I just added this half case, by the way, from Small Rig. I don't know how it is yet. This is the first time I'm using it, but it came with a strap. So I figured I'd try it. So far it's nice. I don't know if it's leather or anything like that. It's a nice looking case. It works. I have battery access. I have 1/4 20. It's just a nice case. It's not as big of a grip as the regular grip that I have on here, but that's Small Rig too, I believe. But it's a nice case, and it has this thumb support here, which they built into the back, which I really, really like. So I'm going to use this today and see how it is. Anyway, let's get to the flash because I want to show you what I'm using it in and then get right to the shoot. Because again, this is an inexpensive setup that just may work perfectly for you. So this is that Ambitful, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, softbox. It's well, it's a strip box, obviously you can see that. But I was using it with the Bowens mount. And now I want to use it with the Speedlight. So all I have to do, and both of these come with this thing, by the way, and this is very inexpensive, is pop this out, put this one in, and lock it in, and I'm done. Now, the metal one is a lot easier to put in, because it's metal, it doesn't have any give or anything. The plastic one just takes a little bit extra, but it's not hard. It's just, that's it, it's in. And then I can twist it. Now the plastic is a little bit harder to twist on it because it's plastic and it's a little tiny bit thicker, but the metal just slides easily on the Bowens mount. But I just wanted to use this because again, this is very inexpensive. It comes with both mounts, and you can put you know, a round head in here or a square head. It comes with the square head little bottom piece too. But anyway, it's just a nice softbox, and it comes with a grid. I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use the grid today, but I just want to take it around like this and use a lightweight stand, you know, make it easy to walk around with. I think it should be fun. And, you know, using the original V1, again, you know, for a lot of people, this is going to be perfect rather than getting the Pro or the V100. This puts out great light. It works. Again, it's not high speed, you know, because with the V1 Pro and V100, they manage the heat a little bit better, but a lot of people aren't going to ever come into that issue. So if you're just starting out in the Godox system, you know, maybe you're getting small flashes or something like that. This is a nice one to start with because it is still a very good, I use it for professional work flash and it works. So I just wanted to show you in use because, you know, that's the best way to see it. Like, how does it work? That's what we're going to do today. So anyway, let's get this on a stand and let's get working on it. So my favorite thing about the V1 versus the V1 Pro and the V100 is its weight. It's about 100 grams lighter than the other two. Also, I mean, you're going to get this in between $130 to $150 cheaper. And for one light, like I said, there's no issue with anything with it. I don't rapid fire. And when I say that, you know, this thing lasts, it handles really, really well without a problem. This is the X3 Pro, by the way. I'm using this a lot more than I thought I was going to. I love this thing. I didn't think I'd like it as much because it's, you know, it's a bigger size, but still it's smaller than anything else. It's just a fantastic unit and a pro unit. It works great. Now that Ambitful strip box, what I love most about that is it's lightweight. It's like deceivingly lightweight. I can use it on a small travel stand like I have it on there. It works fantastic on that because it is so lightweight, even with the V1 on it. So that's a nice combination. And I love the strip box. I think I would tell people, like, for their first softbox, I would tell them to get a strip box, honestly, because it's so useful. You know, I can drop that down. I can get, you know, head to toe coverage. I can angle it vertically, horizontally, especially with this box because, you know, it does allow it to turn. If you're using the mount for a Profoto strip box like this, you can't turn it unless you know, connect it to the flash instead of the bracket that comes with the strip box, which I hate. Plus, that's 4 times the amount of money over this one. This one is really inexpensive. I'm in comparison, you know, I can't say it's just inexpensive. It's inexpensive in comparison. And the V1 fills this without a problem. You know, it has enough power to fill this strip box. Now, I put the grid on the strip box because we're shooting in this elevator, and I really wanted to, you know, contain the light and make this a little bit more contrasty. And, you know, I wanted to bring out the Halloween costume in her just a little bit more with the environment. So I used the grid to contain that light, give it a little bit more contrast and punch. I wanted the shadows. I switched over to 20 millimeter Viltrox. This thing is so great. When I put on the 20 millimeter or like an ultra wide like that, I put on the level on the display so I can keep the lens level because I want that as level as I can get it when I use wide angle. That's just me. You don't have to do that. But it helps me quite a bit when I shoot. I'm using the grid on this. The V1's, as you can see, it's handling this without a problem at all. And again, I'm pushing this just because of the price. Now she's gone for a quick change just to change up this outfit just a little bit. This is her Halloween outfit. It's that time of year, but this should be a lot of fun. So let's get back to the shoot and see how we do. I'll use the 20 for a little bit more and then I'll go back to the 50. So that 20 millimeter, that's a great little lens. Again, these Viltrox lenses are so lightweight, easy to use. They're sharp. Like, there's just no reason whatsoever not to get these. I know there's a few purists out there that have to have the Nikon lenses on the Nikon cameras, the Leica lenses on the Leica cameras. Now I'm switching over to that IT20 flash because I wanted to use the grid on this little flash. This is a TTL flash. You know, they came out with the IM20s first, which was just straight manual. This is a TTL flash, and they have this for Sony, Nikon. These things work really, really well. Now I'm switching over to the 50 millimeter again because I wanted to get in tight. This flash is like it's really accurate, which shocked me. And I'm using the grid to tighten up that, just like I was using the grid on the big strip box. Well, I use the grid on the, the little flash to tighten up that flash a little bit, keep it in. And it did a great job. Here's it without it. And you can see it's just spread all over. But, with it, it gave it a vignette look to the image without, you know, uh, just in light. It's a great little flash. So that I keep in my bag all the time too. More for use than fun, honestly. It just works, and I use it with the lift. But the TTL on it is surprisingly accurate. I just wanted to put that out there. Like this is a regular shoot that I'm doing. So I wanted to show you the equipment I use on a regular basis, and I do. This is what I would have chosen for this setup. I don't need any more power than the V1 offers for this in a strip box. And, you can see the images. They're fantastic. I have no issues with this. I set now here I pumped up the ISO quite a bit because I wanted to bring that yellowing light in from the elevator, and then I'm going to take it back down again so you can see the difference. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shoot. If you have any questions about the equipment, don't hesitate to ask.